Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Narayana Montufar. I am a writer, artist, astrologer, and author who finds inspiration in the symbolic language of astrology. Today, I'm here to give you an update regarding the energetic vibrations of the week of January 27 to February 2nd. This week, we have really interesting alignments, and I will go over the most important ones to pay attention to. On Monday and Tuesday, we have the dark moon phase, the solar season's dark moon phase, which arrives once a month. The moon will be dark, so you will not be able to see it in the sky, but the moon is supercharged with magic. The dark moon phase always arrives 2 days before the new moon phase, and it is what astrologers call the dark moon goddess because we can attune to lunar energies in their purest form as the moon is not receiving light from the sun. So it is kind of like an energy of preparation, of incubation for something that is soon to be birthed. This is the time to really go within, spend time alone, pulling out your tarot cards, look at your astrology chart, work with really deep energies. Last week, we had the yearly meetup of the Sun and Pluto, which is something that happens once a year. But this year, it feels very different because if you've been following astrology, you know that Pluto moved fully into Aquarius on November of 2024. And so this is the first time that we're really starting to feel what Pluto means for each one of us and the work that it is going to help us perform in our lives at a psychological level. Pluto is a planet that works below the surface. And on Monday, Mercury follows. Mercury enters Aquarius and it will conjunct Pluto. And that means that you're going to get a lot of really juicy downloads during this dark moon phase. The dark moon phase always whispers what is dying, what is coming into your future. But this one in particular feels very juicy. So I'm hoping that you give yourself some time, especially at night, because the nights are ruled by the moon, to really nail down and ask yourself what is ending and what is beginning. 2025, in so many ways, is a year of transitions when we're saying goodbye to a lot of old cycles and beginning new ones. And as you probably know, Mars is retrograde. So we are still free figuring out a lot of things about our desires and what we want in our lives. But on Wednesday, we really receive a rebirth moment. On Wednesday morning at around 4:36 a.m. Pacific time, the moon becomes new in the sign of Aquarius. And while I normally don't think that new moons are great when Mars is retrograde because Mars rules our desires, our drive, and how we chase our goals, this one feels really positive. It feels like something being birthed in a major way due to Pluto's involvement. The reason why I think this new moon is positive is because, first of all, it is occurring at 9 degrees of Aquarius. I love working with numerology, and 9 is a really important number in 2025. It is the numerology of the year, which involves the wrapping of all cycles. So we are being invited to focus our minds on that. Aquarius, to me, is the sign of the future, but there's also something around the past. Aquarius is one of the only three zodiac signs that has two planetary rulerships: Saturn in traditional astrology and Uranus in modern astrology. So, Aquarius represents to me that human nature of always wanting to step into the future or predict the future or being obsessed with the future, but that resistance to leave the past behind. Aquarius is an air fixed sign, it's a sign of intellectual stimulation and the mind. It is perfectly normal right now to feel that resistance to leaving the past, even though we know we're moving into completely new energies. So, this new moon, I invite you to look at your chart, look at where 9 degrees of Aquarius falls for you, and set intentions around that area of your life. This moon is forming a beautiful trine with Jupiter, the planet of protection, abundance, luck, which has been retrograde since October, since the fall of 2024. Since then, we've been having to carve our own luck. We've been having to deal with contraction. Jupiter was squaring Saturn. Like, that was a tough Jupiter experience in 2024. Well, now the sun sends beams of magic to Jupiter, the moon does the same, and Jupiter is set to go direct next week. So I like this new moon for setting intentions and thinking about how we are resisting to move from the past to the future. The other reason why I like this new moon as well is because Uranus, the modern ruler of Aquarius, is also coming out of retrograde. This is happening on Thursday. So we have this like Jupiter and Uranus supercharged in the sky, like so many new opportunities, unexpected. Some of them could just all of a sudden knock out our doors. Like the energy, even though Mars is retrograde, the energy starting to move forward. We're starting to see what's next for us, what is coming in. And even if it's a little scary to jump into those new paths, new jobs, new relationships, new ways of being, we are being inspired to trust. There's a huge amount of water in the sky as well because we have what is called a Pisces stellium being formed this week as well, as Venus meets with Neptune towards the end of the week on Saturday, on February 1st. So the vision is there. There's a new vision being birthed. There's something under the water, you can think about it. Something below the surface that is starting to emerge. This is a new vision for your future. Pisces at its highest vibration is the sign of vision. So there's a new vision coming in, and it is the perfect time. The waxing moon will be in Pisces. So this is the time to play with image. Vision means images, like a vision board, like a painting, like a drawing, something that reflects how you envision yourself. Remember that visualization is one of the most positive tools for manifestation. So instead of asking yourself, what is going to happen in my future? You create it, create your future. I invite you to do this week and it might be so exciting to truly just surrender to this water energy. We have a lot of Pisces alignments later in the year coming in with other planets um, coming in with the North Node is in Pisces, Neptune and Saturn are going to leave Pisces and come back to Pisces. So this is a time to craft your vision for the future. On Sunday, we have Imbolc. We have this pagan holiday that marks the halfway point between the winter and the spring. So this is exciting as well. It's not spring yet, obviously, that arrives on um, Aries season, but we are on the other side of winter. This is the time to get together in the spirit of community with Venus and Neptune. There are also romances in the sky, friendships being formed. Community plays a big role right now. We are in the age of Aquarius, Pluto is in Aquarius, and it matters so much how we get together online in presence. So Imbolc arriving on Sunday is the perfect time for getting together, having rituals, and celebrating this beautiful pagan holiday that I love. The moon will be in Aries at that time, so we can have a fire and celebrate this in the spirit of community. Obviously, since Venus and Neptune are going to be aligned this weekend, this is also a fantastic time to go on a date, enjoy romance, writing love letters, and just enjoying relationships and love and being with the people that you enjoy being the most. Next week, there are other major alignments, and while there are some intense ones, this is when Jupiter is going to go direct. So I hope you come back here and I will be talking a little bit more about how you can grow, how you can manifest according to the current astrology. And I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.